Hello guys, thank you for connecting once again to Obui YouTube Discovery Project. This morning or this day, an opportunity is also presented to us to have a different dimension to what we have been talking about this while. And today we are going into what I call more or less a life experience. A life experience toward what we've been talking these few weeks. And this week we've been talking about rediscovering ourselves. And in that regard, we single out a topic that I called Who Am I? And that is a conversation that has been going on over time since we started this program. Today, we'll be going into a life experience, an experience that relates to who am I and to what extent are we able to appreciate who am I? To what extent are we able to rediscover that talent, that gift, that special thing God has deposited in us? And I'm going to use my very self as a typical example for us to also see what a young man go through in life to survive. To also see how it is important to look at what you have and use what you have to fight for your tomorrow, to run away from poverty and sparrow and move to the next level. As a young man, I was living with a foster parent, a woman who trained me throughout my primary and my secondary school. And in an attempt to get to university, things went back with for this woman. And unfortunately, she decided to go back to the village. And she called on me that we should go back to village. And asked myself, if I go to village, what am I going to be doing in the village? But another poser for me then, if I remain in Sokoto, there's no father, there's no mother, there's no brother, there's no mentor. So how do I survive? But I went for the option that says stay in Sokoto. And the woman left and left me behind. There was nobody to fall back to. Means of survival was a problem. I became a man at the age of 16. And the reality of life challenges confronted me. Then and then, what do? I'm talking about the 80s. The late 80s precisely. What do? How do I survive? How do I feed? Who do I run to? There was nobody. But I look inward and ask myself, how do I survive? But I realized as a child, in secondary school, in primary school, I was a very good footballer. And even when we are leaving, from time to time, I joined some people who play local football then. And I felt that that is a gift. And this gift I'm going to exploit. Then I joined the community football team. I started playing there. I became celebrated. I was a star among them. And how do I survive? Every evening after training, somebody will take me to his house and feed me. I made friends. In the evening, people will be looking up to me to go with them to go and eat. And that was where I was moving. That was where I was surviving. And along the line, I was discovered by an organized team in Sokoto, them Shagari United. Oh, sorry, it was Kanta Warriors. And I was discovered by Kanta Warriors. I started playing for Kanta Warriors. While I was playing for Kanta Warriors, Central Bank approached me to play for them as machinery. And there was a Governor's Cup competition that was coming up in Ilorin, Kwara State. I participated in that competition. And I excelled. And having excelled, when I came back, they confronted me with unemployment. And I picked up employment. I started working in CBN. as a CBN staff, started earning. So, what experience can one take home with what I've just said? That experience is that in the face of reality, you have to ask yourself this fundamental question: who am I? What is inherent in me? What gift do I have to explore to make life a meaningful place to be? Football became an option for me. It wasn't only an option. I explored it. I took the opportunity. And at the end of the day, that gift, that inherent opportunity that we are talking about over time, become my saving grace. If I've gone to village, maybe today I might be a wine tapper or a vulcanizer in the village, or being a local farmer, doing one of the menial jobs. But after that experience, I did not just only work with CBN, I explored another opportunity to eventually go to university with my first and second degree. And today, this is where I am. My fellow younger ones, I encourage you today, be of yourself. Begin to look at those things. Look inward and see what God has deposited in you. Look inward and see what you can take out from you, a natural skill that you can develop. This is what Obui YouTube Discovery Project is canvassing. It's trying to bring out of you, and I want to believe it's going to work. Continue to follow me in YouTube. Continue to follow me in Facebook. Even in Instagram. I think I'm becoming visible there. So when you go there, listen to what we are saying. I still believe that you are going to take home one thing from this platform that will help you to rediscover yourself and run away from this poverty. I want to thank you for listening. God will continue to be with us and bless us and help us to get out of the quagmire that poverty may have presented to us. I remain Kingsley Bash Ngene, the one you call Obui. Thank you for listening. Till next time. Bless you.